The 30-day program has really been interesting for me because I am probably fairly rare, I would think, in terms of how much exposure I've had to NAAP. I did a one-on-one session with you, then I did a, I don't know what you call it, refresher, what do you call it? Booster session. And then I did a group session. And then I did another group session. I might be the only person that's done all that, I don't know. And I would do a group session every week, if there was a group session to be done every week, because every time there's this new gold mine of information that I heard, but it didn't register, or I didn't write my notes well enough, or I didn't review my notes well enough, or whatever it was. The 30-day thing is the key for me because I am one who can hear it and internalize it to some degree and get excited about it and get busy with life and let it all slip away. And with the 30-day program, it has set up guideposts for me that they don't prevent me, but they give me a way to not slip back into those old patterns of habitually being too busy to achieve what I want to achieve, because I am busy, really busy, like to a fault. And I am also recognizing that I'm in control of that too, which has been really empowering. But with the 30-day program, I feel like I've got a map, is really what it boils down to. And I now have the ability to follow through with each of these concepts and really get a full understanding of how to implement those into my life so that I can achieve what I get so excited about at the end of one of these group sessions, or the one-on-one. And each time that I dive back into this, whether it's a deep dive with a complete group session or it's just one piece of the 30-day program, I recognize that I am that the limits are being removed from me, and I feel more and more free.
Some of the things that I love the most about the 30-day program are, well, I love that it's a daily thing that I can go to because it makes me accountable. I love the videos because I know there's something I need to do, and then I make an accountability, and I know that next day it's going to be the same thing. That just makes it easier for me. And one of the things I love the routine in the morning, smiling before you get out of bed and thinking about everything that you're thankful for, even if all you can say is, I'm grateful there's a roof over my head, I'm grateful I have blankets to keep me warm, that kind of thing. Because I know it's doing something. And smiling when you do it, because I notice in other times during the day, I've taken that into other times during the day, and if it's something uncomfortable, I'll just smile, and then I start to feel differently about whatever's happening. So I take it into I extend that. I would just say, if you want to really dig deeper into things and have change happen sooner than later, then the 30 days would be the way to do it. Because I don't know about a lot of people, but for me, just the accountability of going, okay, well, tomorrow I've got to do it again, and I've got an assignment due, and so I've got to work on it. And it's an accountability to yourself, but in changing yourself, then you get to help others change just automatically, and it will come out in your business. If you want to make a business around it, I can totally see that now, and integrating whatever it is that you want change for, and then you helping people to change their minds on their own empowers them. I know it does something when you walk through something, but you're writing it out and you're practicing that way. And it takes practice, and that's being proactive. So if you're being active, then you're learning even in those steps not to be reactive. And that's the whole huge deal, is because usually we're just very freaking reactive on everything. And this teaches you to act, and you're in a state when you're acting, you're not in fear, you're not in blame, you're not in any of the emotions or anything that you could say aren't benefiting you. You have moved into that free state, and you're able to create, and that's the exciting part of it, is not only your imagination, but what you're able to go out and do then.
I would say consistency, and all the questions that were going deeper and understanding my real motive for why I wanted things and setting goals and realizing I solidified my goal to where I could move to action and I could break it down, and I really did celebrate the little things. I'm like, I am moving towards this goal, and it made me happy. I would say that I experienced joy every day, and I learned. Every day I took an aha and I applied it, and then I took action, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it. I loved it, and it was, I want to do it again and again and again because I had growth. And I'm a big like, yahoo, I did it person, right? I'm like, I did it. And I could do that every day. And like, one, I completed it, and I could see the growth even in those little things that I did. And I was making progress. I made progress. It's something I want to do the rest of my life. I have a Franklin planner, yes, I still use a Franklin. And I write in there, my planning in solitude, but then I put fly. And I'm like, I'm gonna fly every day.
What the 30-day program did for me, I would say I'm gonna give you two things. The first thing was the structure of the morning and the evening, and I'm not as good with the evening, but, and then the dedication and putting time into something that I saw like built upon it. Because one of my things is the checkout, is the numbing and the overwhelm. And I started recognizing how much I was checking out, how much I was going to overwhelm, and that was such a confining state that I just wasn't moving forward. And all of a sudden I stopped checking out as much. I stopped counting, and so even though it was just a morning routine of like 20 or 30 minutes, it filtered through the whole day. And I was so much more productive, and did not check out like I had been. And then the other thing is, with the 30-day, is watching others go through it, because I was gifted to be able to go through this with some dear friends, seeing their changes. Then it just solidified in me and gave me evidence like this is real and this works, but also seeing the imperfection in it. And I'm like, this is it. There needs to be falls to then see how great we can get to. And that's what's been holding me back, because I wanted everything to be perfect for me to move forward in what I want to do. And so that's held me back. And now I've let go of that definition of perfection. And then like, this is just stepping stones. And every day, I may not be doing the 30-day perfect, but what I do put into it, I get something out. Every time, even if it was a little bit, and the good, better, best, I could see if I just put a good in, I got something out of it. But if I did the best, by the end of the day to sit down with it, it was amazing what I got out of it. I think in the 30-day program, what was in it that was the difference between other programs was an accountability. That it was like I got in a routine and accountability to you and to Lamont and the program and doing the homework, and then and the more I did that, then those habits became habits, and the reward was more an internal reward, not an extra, like an external reward. Like I wanted to get my money back so that I could do another course, but then the more I did it, I started getting rewards outside of that. And so then it was like, I want to do it because yesterday was so amazing because I did it. I want my day to be like that today. And so the money just fell away because I knew I was going to get it. Like that wasn't it anymore. The it was what I was getting every day.
Okay, digging deeper into those human needs. That's seriously what has affected me the most, is being able to see just on a deeper level. Like I didn't know I had trust issues. I didn't. Like I thought I trusted people, and I know I had a struggle trusting myself, but to be able to see that where it was playing out in my life, you know what I mean? I didn't recognize that. So that was very eye-opening for me when it came to those human needs. Watching the videos, to tell you the truth, I felt like the video, being able to see the videos, it keeps it at the forefront. You know what I mean? Where it's something I'm constantly aware of. Even though my day is busy, it's still something that doesn't get put on the back burner, if you will. And even though it might not be at the forefront, when I say back burner, it's still there. It's still present in my day. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about what what the video was about, you know? So when that comes up in my life, it's almost like I can recognize it because of the video every day. It's like I'm pausing constantly to write down. And so I'm hearing it, I'm writing it down. I'm hearing it again and writing it down because I have to rewind, hearing again. It was so repetitive for me that I just, it did something in a sense. And I don't know if it's solidifying or not, but it helped, I think, for me to go deeper. I wanted to go deeper, you know, I don't like the surface. And so I think it helped me do that.